Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Kounde, as it has been reported that the injured Barcelona defender is highly expected to return for the upcoming El Clasico and could start at right back. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Manchester City sensation Erling Haaland, as it has been reported that Barcelona, Real Madrid and PSG remain alert to the Manchester City superstar's situation. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you are just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As we get closer and closer to the first El Clasico of the season, contrasting reports continue to emerge on the injury situation at Barcelona. The Blaugrana will take on Real Madrid and being the top of the table at the Santiago Bernabeu on Sunday. In the lead up to the game, FC Barcelona are going through a bit of an injury crisis as several key players are being sidelined. Ronald Araujo is certain to miss the trip to Real Madrid, while question marks remain over the availability of Andres Christensen, Hector Bellerin, Memphis Depay and Frank Kessié, all of whom will be unavailable against Inter. Kounde is also currently out of action for Barcelona after sustaining a thigh injury while on international duty last month. There have been contradicting claims emerging over his recovery ahead of El Clasico. Earlier, it was reported that Kounde would recover and be ready in time for the trip to Madrid. But more recently, reports suggested that his availability for the vital clash was very complicated. Now though, another report from Sport claims that Kounde is expected to return to the starting lineup for Barcelona against Real Madrid on Sunday. It is further claimed that the 23-year-old will be lining up as the right back on the day to tackle the threat posed by informed Los Blancos winger Vinicius Jr. Kounde, as part of the report, has been pushing himself to recover at the earliest possible, and why the Blaugrana do not wish to risk the Frenchman for the monumental clash against Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League, they expect the defender to be ready for El Clasico. Having joined Barcelona from Sevilla this past summer, Kounde has quickly grown into a key player for Xavi, be it at right back or at centre back. The former Bordeaux man has performed so well. His potential return to the match against Real Madrid would be a huge boost for us, as Barca look to retain the top spot in the La Liga standings. With the first El Clasico coming, it will be so important for us to have some of our key players back from injury, and going by this report, Kounde might likely play, which comes as a very big boost for us. Of course, Kounde have been one of the best signings for us and he have played so well. Having Kounde for that Clasico will be so important, so vital, especially if he comes back strong, because players like Vinicius Jr. needs somebody that can pocket them. We can see the way Ronald Araujo did last time out last season, playing at right backs, and which of course I know Kounde is a better right back. So let's see actually if he comes, but from the way things are, he is fighting hard to be there for the squad against Real Madrid. Of course, Kounde's injury was definitely expected to be longer than this, but from the way he has been pushing to recover, it is something to admire. So having players like Kounde back against Real Madrid is something to be amazed. It's something to be glad about, because of the kind of player he is. He's really solid, and having him will be so good in our back line. So let's see actually if he comes back strong, if he will be there for the starting 11 or he will start as, coming out from the bench. I don't know. So let's see how the first Clasico will be. Of course, we need to maintain our top of the table status going into that game with a huge morale, because we're the one top in La Liga now, but on goal difference. So we need to keep fighting hard to stay at the top for as long as possible, just to ensure that we are there forever to win the league title. Even though it's not going to be easy, but I think for us going to Madrid and win will be a big boost for us. 3 points ahead of them. If we do so, it'll be so crucial for us to win. Very crucial. So there's no room for mistakes. So Kounde, likely to be available for that game, should come as a big boost no matter what, because he is one of the key to the defense. So versatile player, playing centre back, playing right back so well, and let's see how it goes. Definitely, he will start as a right back from all indications. Xavi will prefer him to start as a right back. We know who Vinicius Junior is. Keeping a player of Kounde's status at that right back position will help a lot in order to keep Vinicius at bay. We don't have Ronald Araujo, who have a long-term injury. Unfortunately, Araujo will be out for a very long time. Of course, Araujo have been a very great player for us, but it's just unfortunate that his injury will be a long one, 2 to 3 months, before we can see Araujo back in action. So if Kounde can come, then good and fine. That will really help us a lot in the game against Real Madrid. But for the game against Inter, Kounde will not be available. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Erling Haaland is currently the hottest prospect in European football right now, following an exceptional start to his life at Manchester City. With 20 goals in 13 matches, the Norwegian has been dominating the Premier League and is making the case to become the next big thing in world football. However, despite joining Man City in the summer, there are concerns over his long-term future at Etihad Stadium, especially amid speculations of a potential release clause that can be activated in the summer of 2024. Dario AS has offered an update on the matter, citing the Athletics report that confirms the existence of the €200 million release clause, which is only applicable to teams outside England and will come into effect in 2024. Barcelona are among the clubs that have been alerted by the release clause as the Catalans continue to monitor the situation revolving around Haaland's future. Along with Real Madrid, there are one of two teams in the hot seat to back the services of the young forward in 2024. PSG are also keeping a close eye on the situation surrounding him. However, luring Haaland away from Etihad will not be an easy thing. The Athletics report suggests the former Borussia Dortmund starlet has a release clause of around €200 million, which would make him the second most expensive player in the history of football. Although AS reports the exact valuation of the release clause is around €180 million, it should make it a very little difference to Barcelona, who are starting at yet another difficult financial phase, just months after spending the big bucks in the market. Should their situation improve considerably by the summer of 2024, they could emerge as a serious contender for Haaland signing. But by that time, Robert Lewandowski will also be entering the final phase of his career. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.